This week we'll make interactive web map in CARTO, used to be called CARTO-DB. If you haven't added any datasets here, you probably wouldn't see anything on your dashboard, so just drag down to your datasets and click New Dataset. You can connect to an online dataset here or use a dataset from the data library, or you can upload a file from your computer. CARTO accepts most common file types like CSVs, KML, KMZ like we used before with Google Maps, or you can compress your shapefiles or geodatabase into a zip file. I have uploaded 5 datasets from our previous ArcGIS network analysis, so I'm going to use those to create a new map. This is the map builder where you can change the appearance of your map and layers. First, I'm going to rename my map using this More Options menu and rename. You can similarly rename the other layers using the same menu. And you can click a certain layer to further configure its style. There are different types of aggregation for points. If you have many points and you just want to show the overall pattern, you could aggregate into squares or by administrative region or make a heat map. We don't really have that many points with GSU buildings, so go back to points. I can then change the color and the size of the points. I can use the by value option to vary the color and size by certain attribute. I'm using the ID as example. You can reverse the color. You can use different colors to represent different values. Here, the ID is not very meaningful, but if I know the size of each building or the floor area, then I can use different colors or different size of the points to represent bigger buildings and smaller buildings, changing it back to solid. Now for blending, it helps you better contrast your different elements on the map. You can experiment and see which works best for your map. Once you're done, you can click back to go back to the list of your layers. Similarly, I can rename and style other layers. I can hide a layer, clicking this icon. See if you can tell what I'm doing. Changing the color of student housing. And then I'm adding labels with the names of student halls. You can change the color and halo of the labels. I'm going to use this layer to represent walkability scores. Again, I'm using my random numbers for a walkability index with 3 components. It's all hypothetical, but let's just assume that it really shows which roads are more walkable. So I'm showing different colors by this overall walkability score. I'm using darker shade of gray to indicate more walkable streets. And then I add a legend. There are 2 types of legends. With this tab, you have to manually put in the labels that you want to show for different colors, so I'm just using this one. Now you see our map is public but not published yet. You have to publish it before other people can see it. So hit publish. And you haven't published before, so we don't have a link here. Refresh page and go back to publish. I can also change the base map to show the colors of walkability better. Now you have a link you can share with whoever you want to see your map. And you also have an embed code if you want to use the map in the website. go to this link, and this is what people see when you give them the link of your map.